Today we're gonna actually do the flipping intro properly. Don't know how much retakes I've tried to do. I might be a spastic to be honest, but back to the thing. Today's topic is sorry about that. I had a bit of a we'll call it a brain issue. Oh shit. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about, is Black Ops 3 dead? So yeah, let's get into it. Intro time. So let's talk about well, the start of Black Ops 3. So at the start of Black Ops 3, well, it was very much hyped. It was like, oh my god, it's coming out finally. It kind of got a bit dry, you could say. And however, once they released, the new gun and everything, everyone was like, oh, new gun, new gun. Once they realized that it's gonna be a supply drop, they were like, okay. Because we didn't really experience the supply drop aids that come in Black Ops 3, which meant that we weren't ready for the rage that comes with it, which means that when it came out it was complete aids. YouTubers probably spent about 100 quid just to get a gun, and that kind of brought Black Ops 3 down and gave like a bad name to them, and people were just like, so basically, no matter what DLC guns they bring, if it's gonna be in supply drops, most likely people won't really hype over it because, well, it's not. They think that they're not gonna get it, which is true all the time. With the new guns thing, it meant that basically people lost a bit of interest into the well, Black Ops, because it's quite repetitive, yeah, and most likely they won't get it, and people kind of were bummed down and maybe disliked Black Ops for that reason, which is acceptable. Everyone got pissed at it, no doubt for that. However, it's not like they did everything bad, so let's go on to the good points and then back to the bad points and the good points again. Thing which I think they did quite well is the flying. Because before this game, the only flying thing was Advanced Warfare, and we all know how great that went. No. So this game, when they introduced flying, it could be a bad thing or a good thing. However, they made it in a way where it's quite good and people quite like it. It's like, because with Advanced Warfare, people were quite bummed down, like, there's gonna be flying. They were kind of excited at first. However, as time progressed and as they tried to like play the game, I know what it's like, a bit jumpy and a bit, thingy. People didn't really like it, which is obviously acceptable. However, it's like a slight break from the said video. Can you see the gun is spazzing out? Not sure what, but oh well. So once Black Ops 3 was announced that there's gonna be flying and stuff, people were kind of bummed down. However, because this game's not gonna come out for like another 2 years, and because it's Black Ops and Black Ops 2 was a major hit and so was Black Ops 1, people gave it a go and people quite liked it, to be honest. And because they made it flow well, you can't really explain like why it flew well. They just did. Like, it flew quite well, and it's like, it wasn't like Advanced Warfare where everyone was like, where the motion when you're flying and stuff isn't like extremely jumpy and stuff. They made it where it's not futuristic, or no, it is futuristic, but it's not like how can I explain this? Like, it's not like you're gonna be flying around jumping everywhere, kind of like how Advanced Warfare were kind of pushing you. It wasn't all the maps, and it was mostly people obviously being on the floor and stuff, but you kind of got the sense that they not you can't say forcing you to use the boosters and stuff to get to places, and that's what tended to happen. There were high up buildings, there were flaws in this stuff. However, there weren't most place was just big buildings that you had to fly up to. Maybe there weren't ladders and stuff. Whereas this game, you can't do that. You can still do that. However, there's more ways. There's more ways to travel there. There's not always on the floor. They introduced wall thingy. Well, I think Advanced Warfare had that, to be honest, but let's just say they introduced it because I want to say it. So yeah, it kind of goes back to, well, not back, like it kind of puts us back into the present warfare, where no one's really flying around anywhere with guns and everything. Everyone just, you know, boots on the ground, and it kind of made both worlds happy. If you want futuristic, you can fly. If you don't want it, then you don't have to have it, and it's not like you're at a major disadvantage. And that, I think, is where Advanced Warfare messed up the most, where if if you don't want to fly, you're at a huge disadvantage. Whereas this game, if you're not going to fly, then you're not as at a disadvantage as you still can be at a disadvantage. For example, in this building, the big tube thing, yeah, you're kind of at a disadvantage there. However, it's not like a major one where, you know, you're going to lose every single match and die all the time because you can't get to one place, and that you're missing out in a, like, like it only limits you to a bit of the map. And I think they brought change. You know, it's kind of like, basically they brought flying into a good thing, and they tried to make everyone happy, and they did succeed very well in making everything happy. I think that's one of the key bits about Black Ops 3. Another good thing was the actual gameplay. They basically, people can say all COD are the same for gameplay, you know, when you're shooting and everything. However, they kept it the same, yet they changed it quite a lot. They kept it the same, meaning, well, obviously, the guns may be different, damage may be different. The recoil, like in previous CODs, the recoil wasn't a thing. I don't think I think it's just me, but you never know. Recoil wasn't really a big issue, whereas this game is quite a big issue, and yeah. And it's not like the warfare has changed. I say warfare, but like the gameplay has changed a lot. But it's more like, you know, they've added some new stuff, or they've basically added more detail into everything, which makes it better in a way. And also the hit markers, the damage, the specialist, which obviously people earn, and and they all got the ups and downs, which also they did quite well. I gotta say, like introducing it was like when they introduced the blackjack. Okay, it wasn't that good because people were hoping for the like a completely new specialist, not a specialist where all he can do is just copy other people's thing, but more like new guns, new speed. I don't know, but yeah. So people were hyped up about that, and they kind of basically what they did was make the future good by bringing in present warfare. That's basically the key bit of what they did. So let's quickly move it on before I keep talking about this and the game ends, because I don't know. There we go, good kill. Shit. Talk about again what they did wrong, and is it dead? We'll just end you off in this thing because I don't want to go for too long. Well, I've already talked about the supply packs, so I've kind of touched on it. Well, I have quite touched on it. I've probably fucking grabbed it or something like that, more than touched on it. But yeah, these specialists, they were quite good. However, when they introduced the new one, it was quite bad's too negative. It's like it was okay, but it wasn't what people were expecting. What the hell? It kind of was like, you know, the YouTubers definitely hyped it up a bit, but it was kind of like, it's okay. It's not like for me it wasn't okay, because what they were saying that there's gonna be a new specialist, but what really happened was that there wasn't a new specialist. There was just a specialist that was basically all specialist, if that kind of made sense. And they didn't talk about it. Basically, for God's sake, this lag. Just bear with me, because I'm gonna be flipping annoyed at this lag. Right. So anyway, yeah, they could have maybe kept this game on for a couple of months more, maybe, with the new specialist, because it's something new. The contracts thing was quite good. However, yeah, they're quite good. They did it really good. I think they did it quite well, and that's almost to say. Basically, they just flopped up on the new specialist, and some of the specialists they were basically some got a bit repetitive, and some why no it's hard to explain the specialist because they did a good job, they did a really good job, and then they did a, wouldn't say really bad job, but they did a bad job. And it's not you can't say it's one, but I'm trying to think of ways not to say that it's only the blackjack, but it's mostly only the blackjack because, well, it's only the blackjack. So let's go to something that they also did wrong, which is zombies. Yep, the zombies. Now I know they're doing quite good on it, however they need them. I feel that the maps were too big, and like you start off in a like quite small area, to be honest, but the maps were too big, and I feel that the zombies were too advanced meaning they could jump now, meaning that obviously they'll jump from one place to another, and which kind of defeats the whole point of zombies because they're dead. They're supposed to be basically the past of us, so we're supposed to have because we couldn't jump like as high as them. I don't know, it's just me, it might be just be like, but I played like 3 zombies games and that's it. But I played in that well, it's that one place where everyone knows. Not everyone. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm probably wrong. But yeah, the zombies, I felt they were too advanced. They were too everywhere. Like they could jump quite high. Like if you were on a building, the only reason why you were on there is because it would take longer for the zombies to get there, and if they were too, and it would be slower for them, meaning that you can kill them quite quickly. However, that wasn't the case for me, which I quickly found out, because, well, they didn't kill you instantly, but they killed you. They would to get there quite quickly, and because they could just jump, which I felt that was quite bad. But what they did really badly is, again, supply drops. Basically now any game with supply drops is instant death to that game. That game is non-existent. What is that game? I don't know. So it kind of killed COD because basically COD have a weird way of creating games. Basically their type of game is they do what they want, which is good. However, to become a good game you need to do what other people want, not only what you want. So that basically, yeah, it's kind of like how FIFA does packs basically, where it's really rubbish, and you see people get all these stuff. You see, again, what COD did good was the YouTubers, which obviously they're the one who hyped everything up. They're the one who kind of made the supply drops a bit easier. Could you say, like, kind of showed it? I don't know how to say it. But yeah, that's what they did. Basically, they would just do to get that, and they were just quite hype up. And however, you get that, you know, because they're being paid. Obviously, they can't say anything bad. That's like, I don't know. You have to doing a video on something that say, okay, right, just promote this thing. Yeah, okay. The new flipping Audi TT is fucking expensive. It's quite crap. The all-wheel drive in there is not very sporty. It only steals like all the other RS4 ranges. But I'm only doing this video to basically get money. Yay. So anyway, yep, they didn't do a lot of stuff wrong. However, what they did wrong was majorly wrong, and what they did wrong was it was annoying because they could have amended it. That's the worst thing. They could have amended the supply drop easily by, I don't know, typing some numbers or whatever. However, it's just that they chose not to. They chose to be dickheads. Fucking assholes. But yeah, and I think that's the most annoying thing again with the blackjack. They could have added more stuff. Basically, they kept adding guns, which is okay. However, because it's a gun game, it's like in cars. If there's, I don't know, like flipping Fords or something, adding cars is that what they're gonna do. But whereas they could have done more. They could have done more specialists. They could have brought in more score streaks, which I felt that was a real down because they weren't that different from Black Ops 2, and no, actually they were quite different, but it's like raps and stuff. However, most of them were kind of the same thing, and they could have changed that up, made it more better. But yeah, and is it dead? Well, you can still find matches anywhere and everywhere, no matter what, same as Black Ops 2. However, it's not dead as like you can say, oh yeah, it's dead, which kind of doesn't make sense. But it's dead meaning that no one really touches on it, no one really plays it. Like a lot of people play it, but it's not like, you know, like you won't go to your mate, are you gonna play Black Ops 3? You won't see Infinite Warfare 2 and Battlefield 1. They had their chance, they had a good chance. They've got a little leeway, meaning that because Infinite Warfare was crap. It's not that crap, to be honest. It's just rubbish. No, it's bad because people made it bad. It wasn't that bad as people said, and that's the real bad thing about it. However, Battlefield 1 had a chance to bring Battlefield. I'm just gonna talk about it in the next subject thing, but it's not dead as you can say, but it's going down. It's like GTA basically. That's what I can say, which is another video. But just to round it off, let's just show you these supply drops are crap. Yep, don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. And I can bet you that all these, it could take me maybe 18 years just to get something good, and just to waste all of it because I don't really care. If they made this this bad, they should have made. I feel that they should have made crypto keys easier to get, so maybe 10 a game or something like that. Therefore, it's easy, and therefore, like, I'm only speaking on my behalf, but therefore, like, it's quite good. Like, it's easier. Like, everyone is more likely to have a gun rather than everyone thinking like. When they did their 10 crates thing, that was a really big opportunity for people to get a lot of guns. Yeah, what did I got? I got a knife. Not a knife, I got an axe and a bat. I can just show you right here, to be honest. All of them throughout the whole thing. I'll just use this. So what did I get? Got that, and that. And that's it. Nothing else. Which is quite a shame, because basically they made this game bad, meaning that they could have done better. They should have done better. They could have changed it whilst playing, but they chose not to. So it isn't dead, you can say, but it is dead. It's basically going down, you can say, like any other game. Anyway, see ya.